Hygiene Year 4, we will talk about lesson 3 about the cell. As you know, anybody made of group of systems. As we know, anybody made up of group of systems. Body, anybody made of group of systems. Each system made of excellent group of organs. Each organ made up of excellent group of tissue, and each tissue made up of group of cells. Excellent. So the cell is the building unit of any body. Cell is the building unit or the smallest building unit for any body. We have body may be multicellular or unicellular. What is the meaning? Do you know unicore? It has only one what? Excellent. Unicellular has only one cell. A body has only one cell. Uni mean has only one cell. And we have multicellular living organism. Multicellular living organism. Multi mean more than one cell. It has more than one cell. Example for multi or the example for unicellular, you must know unicellular as bacteria and fungus. Bacteria and fungus. And multi like human, animal, plant, human, animal. And the plant are multicellular living organisms. So the body made of systems, and each system made up of group of organs, and each organ made up of group of tissue, and each tissue made up of group of cells. And what about the cell? Cell is the building unit of any body. Cell is the building unit of any body. And this body or this living organism can be unicellular living organism or unicellular body or multicellular body. Unicellular mean like the unicorn. It has only one cell. Only one cell, like bacteria and fungus. And what about multicellular living organisms? They have more than one cell. More than one cell. More than one cell, it's called multicellular. The cell is the basic unit and structure and its function. Basic unit of any body and structure of any body, and it is the smallest unit, the building unit of the smallest unit. For multicellular living organisms, we have more than one cell, as animal and plant. For animal body, animal like human, the cow has digestive system and respiratory system. It can breathe, can grow, can excrete, and can reproduce, and so on. So animal body made of group of systems, excellent group of system. Can you tell me examples for the system we have for the animal body or a human body? Yes, respiratory system, digestive system, urinary system, excretory system, and so on. Digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system, circulatory system, and so on. Each system made up of excellent group of organs. For example, organs. For example, for the digestive system, we have which organ? Excellent mouth, stomach, and so on. For the respiratory system, we have excellent lungs, nose, trachea. Yes, excellent organs. And what about tissue? Each organ made up of tissue. It must be similar or different, or both similar or different. They are symmetric or different. They may be different or symmetric. And each tissue made up of cell. What is the cell named? It's for animal body, so I will call it animal cell. Animal cell. So what is the animal cell? It's the building unit of the animal body. Animal cell is the building unit of animal body. Is it easy? Animal cell is the building unit for animal body. Is it easy? The same for plant. When I say to you, plant body, plant body. Plant body. What is the plant body made up of? It made up of group of systems. It has also respiratory system and the digestive system. No, it has two systems. What is the two system in plant? Root system and shoot. Root and shoot system. Root and shoot system. Root in on the ground, inside the ground or under the ground. And shoot, we have organs. Each system for this plant has organs. What is the organ for the shoot and root? Organs for root, roots. And organs for shoot, stem and leaves. Excellent. Stem and leaves. They are above the ground. And the tissue also similar or... And what about tissue? Tissues may be similar or different. And what about the cell? Is called the animal cell? No, for plant is called plant cell. So what is the plant cell? Plant cell now, it's the building unit of the plant body. So we have a difference between animal cell and the plant cell. Yes, when I ask you what is the meaning of the cell, it is the building unit for any body. And the animal cell is the building unit for animal body. And the plant cell, building unit of plant body. Is it easy? Okay. We will revise together. Animal body consists of systems that work together integrally to keep human alive. And each system made of group of organs like stomach, liver, heart, two lungs, both respiratory system and digestive system. And each system made up of tissue. Similar or different, similar or different. And each tissue made up of symmetric cell. These cells must be symmetric or similar. Symmetric or similar. This is called animal cell. Animal cell. Animal what? Animal cell. And what is the plant? Plant body consists of systems like shoot system and root system. The root system has roots and the shoot system has stem and leaves. This is about shoot system. And each system made up of similar or different tissue. Each tissue made up of symmetric cells or similar cells called plant cell. So what is the meaning of animal cell and the plant cell, and what is the meaning of the cell at all? Animal cell is the building unit of animal body, but the plant cell is the building unit of the plant body. We make it as a song. Animal cell is the building unit of animal body, but plant cell is the building unit of plant body. Animal cell is the building unit of animal body, but the plant cell is the building unit of plant body. When I ask you, give reason. Stomach is an organ. Why? Because it consists of group of tissues. Organ made up of what? Group of tissue. When I ask you, give reason, it's organ because it made up of group of tissue or consists of group of tissue. The cell at all, no plant, no animal, is the building unit of body, of living organism, or the smallest building unit. Each cell has its own function and its structure. The animal cell differs than plant cell in its structure or its shape. We must know the difference between animal cell and the plant cell. Let's start to take the difference. The difference between them are, for the plant cell at first, At first is the structure. You must to know what is the parts of this cell and what is the function of each part. First we have outer surface, which is called cell wall. Cell wall. This cell wall surrounds the cell from the outside and support it. Surrounds the plant cell from the outside and support it. And it gives it definite shape, to give it definite shape. So again, what is the cell wall function? It supports the plant cell and give it definite shape. From junior 3, you know what is the meaning of definite shape. Definite shape, that means its shape doesn't change. So it has two functions, to support the cell, the plant cell, and give it definite shape. What is the first one? Is called cell wall. Cell wall. When I ask you what is the cell wall, it's outer surface that surrounds the plant cell. What is the function of this cell wall? It supports the plant cell and give it definite shape. Give it definite shape. And second, we have another surface, which is called plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. This is a plasma membrane. The second surface is called the plasma or cell membrane. Plasma or cell membrane. It's a membrane. It's a wall inside plasma or cell membrane. It's a wall surrounds the cytoplasm. What is the cytoplasm? The inside one. This plasma membrane control anything enter or leave the cell. Control, this is the door. It's the door for the cell that control who enter and who leave the cell, to control the substance that enter or leave the cell. So again, we have cell wall and we have plasma membrane for the plant cell. Cell wall, plasma membrane. Cell wall, plasma membrane. Then we have liquid inside or fluid inside, which is called cytoplasm. What is the cytoplasm? It's a fluid or liquid that fills the cell and all the components suspended on it. All the components of the cell are suspended on it. It's a fluid which fill the cell and all the cell component is suspended on it. What is the function of this cytoplasm? Cytoplasm make all biological process occur on it or happen on it. Again, what is the function of this cytoplasm? All the biological operation or process, operation mean process, happen or occur on it. Again, we have cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm. Cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm. And then we have this bars is called green plastids or chloroplast. Green plastids, chloroplast. Green plastids, chloroplast. What is the function of this green? They responsible for making the food for this plant. Again, it's responsible for making food by photosynthesis process. What is the photosynthesis process? Absorbing of sunlight from the sun. Absorbing of sunlight from the sun, or taking the sunlight from the sun to make the food of plant. And now we have this mother is called nucleus. This one is called nucleus. What is the nucleus function? It makes two things, it has two functions. Number one, it's organizer. It's organizer. What is the organizer for the plant cell? It's called the plant nucleus. Organize the biological nucleus. What is the function of nucleus? It makes two functions. It organizes all biological process inside the cell or in the cell, and responsible for the cell division, making new cells of plant cells, means cell division. Is it easy? And we have a sap vacuole. Here inside we have vacuum, which is called sap vacuole. It's a space inside, which is called sap vacuole. Sap vacuole. So we have how many parts for the plant cell? 6. Cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and the nucleus. To be as a song: cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and the nucleus. Chloroplast, sap vacuole. Chloroplast, sap vacuole, and each has its own function. And what is the difference? Cell wall, plasma membrane, and the nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, sap vacuole, and each has its own function. The cell wall, it's a wall surrounds the plant and supports the plant and give it definite shape. When I ask you, give reason, the plant cell has definite shape due to presence of cell wall. Due to presence of cell wall. Plasma membrane, the membrane that surrounds the cytoplasm, It controls the substance that enter or leave the cell. It controls the substance that enter or materials that enter or leave the cell. So plasma membrane is very important. Why? Give reason. Because it controls the substance that enter or leave the cell. And the nucleus has two functions. It's very important. The nucleus is very important. You must know the drawing of this one. Each part, what is the drawing? What is the function? Organize, nucleus, organize and responsible for cell division. Organize and cell division. Organize what? All biological operation and responsible for cell division. When I ask you, the nucleus has an important role or it's an important part for the plant cell, you say to me, because it organizes the biological operation and responsible for cell division. What is the biological operation? Like digestion, respiration, excretion, and so on. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid or liquid fills the cell. All the biological operation occur or happen on it. Chloroplast or green plastids, two names for the chloroplast or green plastids. It makes the food by photosynthesis process by absorbing the sunlight from the sun. Plant can make, this is an important question, plant can make their own food by themselves. I didn't see the plant or the tree take a sandwich of potato. They make their food by themselves. How? Because chloroplast helps them to make their food by photosynthesis process, by absorbing sunlight from the sun. So who is responsible for making the food for plant? Chloroplast. Excellent. What happened? When the chloroplast didn't found or absent from the plant cell, the plant can't make their own food by photosynthesis process. You must complete your answer. By which process? Now we have another cell which is called animal cell. Animal cell. Animal cell hasn't cell wall. It has only cell membrane or plasma membrane. It hasn't cell wall like the plant cell. Plasma membrane. It's stored with plasma membrane. What is the function? It is the same function. It is the same function for plasma membrane in plant cell. Any plasma membrane, it's outer surface of the animal cell. It is the outer surface now for animal cell. Animal cell. Outer for the animal cell. Plasma membrane. It's the outer surface of the animal cell. The outer surface of the animal cell. It controls the substance. It also controls the substance, the same function. Substance that enter or leave the cell. No more news. Number two, cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it's a liquid inside the animal cell. What is the function of cytoplasm as we said before? All biological operation occur or happen on it. All biological operation or biological process. All biological process happen on it. And we have the mother to make the food and organize all biological operation, which is called nucleus. What is the function of nucleus? No more news. Organize the biological operation or process in the cell and responsible for cell division, number 1 and number 2. So the nucleus has two functions: to organize the biological operations and do the cell division, or responsible for the cell division. And we have small empty spaces, which is called small vacuoles. Small vacuoles. Small vacuoles. So when I ask you what is the difference between animal, I want to ask you a question. The animal cell has definite shape? No, it hasn't, because it has no cell wall. It has no cell wall, so it hasn't definite shape. So it has indefinite shape. When I ask you, give reason. Animal cell has indefinite shape. Indefinite mean its shape change from one to another due to absence of cell wall. Absence of cell wall. So I have two things didn't found here. In the plant cell I have 6. In the animal cell I have 4. Who is absent from animal cell? We haven't cell wall and we haven't chloroplast. Excellent. So here I have cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, small vacuoles only. In the plant cell we have cell wall, plasma membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, subvacuole. Cell wall in the plant cell, found or not found? Found. In the animal cell, it found or not found? No, it absent. Plasma membrane in the plant cell, found. In the animal cell, of course found. Nucleus in pus, found. Cytoplasm in pus, found. Chloroplast in the plant only to make their own food by photosynthesis process, and animals doesn't need the photosynthesis, so chloroplast absence. Subvacuole in the pus. So the animal cell differs than the plant cell, or characterized than plant cell by having or dot, absence of dot and dot. Cell wall and chloroplast. Absence of mean cell wall and chloroplast. Both of animal and plant cell have cell wall, plasma membrane, nucleus or cytoplasm, and differ by having cell wall and chloroplast. Animal differs than plant cell. Animal cell, plant cell are different. Okay. The plant cell is characterized than animal cell by having cell wall and chloroplast. Two things in the plant cell we haven't in the animal cell. Now we have unicellular living organism. Do you remember the unicellular living organism? Yes. It has how many cells? Only one cell. Only one cell. They are very, very tiny living organisms. We can't see by eye, like bacteria and yeast fungus. So again, unicellular, what is the meaning of unicellular living organism? It has only one cell. One cell. One cell. Is it easy? We can see it? No. By our eye? No. We need a microscope. Yes? They are integrated and they can't be by naked eye like bacteria and fungus. What is the structure for unicellular living organism? Consider integrated living organism because it has the ability to do all biological function in this by this cell. by itself. The unicellular living organisms give reason integrated living organisms because they have ability to do all biological operations or all biological process. The unicellular, like bacteria and yeast fungus. Bacteria and yeast fungus has only one cell. It can make all biological operation. We have example for this unicellular living organisms such as yeast fungus. Yeast fungus is a unicellular living organism which consists of cell wall. Oh, it has cell wall, so it has definite shape. And it has cytoplasm. The outer surface is called cell wall. Cell wall. And then we have a fluid which is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. And then we have this mother is called nucleus. Nucleus. And we have a big space which is called vacuole. Vacuole. It's a very easy cell. Yeast fungus cell. Yeast fungus cell. Don't say to me unicellular living organism because we have bacteria and yeast fungus. This is the structure of yeast fungus. Structure of yeast fungus. Structure of yeast fungus. Don't say to me unicellular living organism. No, this is the structure of yeast fungus. When I ask you, give reason. Yeast fungus has definite shape. Who gives the cell definite shape? Cell wall, due to presence of cell wall. Due to presence of cell wall. The economic importance of yeast fungus. Fungus. This is F. What is the economic importance? What is the function or what is the uses for this yeast fungus? Yeast fungus is used in making two things. In making bread and in making alcohol. Making bread and making alcohol. Two making. So what is the economic importance? It's used in making two things. Making bread and making alcohol. Bread and alcohol. Why it's used to making bread? When your mom wanted to make a pizza for you, it bring what? Bring excellent flour and yeast fungus. And it become more and more. It put cheese and tomato and so on, here component, and she make it 5 minutes or more to be thicker or to raised up. This is called yeast fungus. We add yeast fungus for the flour to make bread or to make pizza. Bread. It produces, what is the function of yeast fungus? Function of yeast fungus. It produces what to make this bread? It produces carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas that cause swelling or make pores. Make the bread poor and tasty. Pores and tasty. And in making alcohol, it make the sugar solution become alcohol with carbon dioxide gas. Again, it converts sugar solution into alcohol and carbon dioxide gas. So the yeast fungus is used to make two things. Making bread and making alcohol. Give reason. Yeast fungus is a unicellular living organism because it has only one cell and it very important. Give reason. It's very important. Why? Because it's used in making bread and making alcohol. What is the function? We have an activity for the function of or the economic importance for this yeast fungus. Bring a glass bottle containing molasses honey. Molasses honey. And add a piece of yeast fungus to it. We have a molasses, honey, and we add yeast fungus to it. Then we have a balloon on the top of this bottle. It will become bigger. The volume of the balloon increase. Volume of balloon. From where this gas come? What is the type of what is the type of gas inside this balloon? It's carbon dioxide. From where it come? From the adding of yeast fungus. Yeast fungus produce carbon dioxide gas that below the balloon. Now we have a comparison between animal and plant cell. According to a point: cell wall, plasma membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, green plastids. First of all, animal and plant. There is a difference between animal and plant cell? Yes. Cell wall, is it present in the animal cell? No, it's absent. Plant cell has or hasn't? Of course it has cell wall, so it has definite shape due to presence of cell wall. Plasma membrane present in both. Nucleus present also in both to organize all biological operation and do cell division. Cytoplasm also present in the both animal and plant. Green plastids in the animal we haven't, and in the plant we should to have to make their own food by photosynthesis process. Thank you. Hope you enjoy. Bye.